the question without judgment, okay? All right, is she really in love? Like, not. So here's the question again. Hello, coach. I need your advice on this. I've been dating this guy for months now. I'm in love with him, though I feel like something is not right. There's no connection. The feeling that gives butterfly, nothing. I try to connect with him, but he brushes me off, right? Now, let me explain something to you, right? Let me explain something to you. Let me explain the importance of this right here. A lot of times, number one, let's just dive into this. So, number one, we have been dating for months now. I'm in love with him, though I feel like something is not right. Now, hey, resilient. Now, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. Feeling like something is not right. Now, that's the first thing. When you feel like something ain't right, that's the first understanding. That's the first thing. That's something that we need to understand. I feel like something is not right. That's very loud. Now, sometimes, no matter what we are experiencing, no matter how much I love a person, no matter how much you want a person, when you have this deep feeling like something is not right, that's the first step. That is the first idea. That's the first truth that you're going to ever experience. No matter what you see, no matter what they do, no matter how good they look, when you feel something is not right, you got to trust that. There is no connection. The message say there's no connection. Understand. So when she said there's no connection, the feeling that gives butterfly. Understand this. There's always a connection. Hey, Miss Nico, there is always a connection. A connection is always present. The thing is, the connection drains you. The connection confuses you because the connection that you have, it pulls from you. Everybody, everything, and everyone is connected to you. And the experience that we experience is the result of the type of connection that we have. So when you say there's no connection, you are saying it's not the connection that you will like. Understand this. When you say there's no connection, it just means that there is no connection that you would rather, but the one that I do have, I question it. It drains me. It makes me think. It don't make me feel good. I don't feel happy. I don't feel peaceful. I don't feel loved. I don't feel. That is a connection. You know, if you connect your tongue to a battery and it shocks you, just because it shocks you and it doesn't make you feel good, it doesn't mean that there's no connection. It means that you was connected and the result of that connection made you sick. Remember, connection is not always a beautiful, positive thing. Connection means if I'm connected, something happens. And I think this is what something that we need to, so this is why this is a very teachable question. This is a very good question because we need to understand this. Just because, see, we always think a connection is always good. Everything connects to us. Everything you are connected to. And sometimes when you connect to something, when you plug into a person, the connection that you get is just a burning sensation. Sometimes when you plug into a person, what you receive is misery. Sometimes when you plug into a person, what you feel is anxiety. When you plug into a person, you get questions, you get confusion. That's the connection that you have. And if that's not the one that you want, you have to let go of that thing because it's going to keep giving you the same, listen, it's going to keep giving you the same experience. It's going to keep giving you the same experience. It's going to keep, you can't, listen, the question continues to say, now there's no feeling that gives me butterfly, nothing. I try to connect with him, but he brushes me off. Listen, you cannot try to connect. You cannot try to connect to people. A lot of times, the reason why you try to connect is because you are trying to override that crappy connection that you already have. Sometimes you can't change that. He says, when I try to connect, he brushes me off. He brushes me off. If you are trying to plug into something and they're telling you, nope, I don't want you plugging to me. I don't want you plugging to me. Hey, don't. There's something there. That's something that says, I don't really want you. You can't fix that. You can't make somebody want you. You can't make somebody desire you. You can't do more of what they already don't appreciate to make them want you more and more. You cannot keep doing what somebody, and this is the teachable moment right here. This is it right here. You cannot keep giving somebody what you have been giving them. You can't keep giving somebody what they already don't appreciate. You can't keep giving somebody what they already don't want. You can't keep giving somebody more of that crap that they already don't want and expect them to love you more. It doesn't work like that. It don't work. That never works. All it gives you is more stress. All it gives you is more insecurities or more doubt. You can't keep giving people. And Linda, I'm not sure how you said it. I think my stuff is messed up, but I'm not sure. But thanks for the idea though. Thanks for the thought. You can't keep giving somebody what you already been giving them, more of it, and expect them to love you more or respect you more. That's not how it works. Sometimes you have to just pull back. So the question says, I try to connect with him, but he brushes me off. The connection is not there. The connection is there, but then it's not the one that you desire. It's not the one that you want. It's not the one that you love. It's not the one that you understand. It's not the one that you like. So therefore, when you see the truth, you disconnect. If I plug into a wall, and every time I plug into a wall, my stuff freezes up, the connection is bad. That means I'm connected, but it's bad. If I plug into a Wi-Fi, if I plug in, hey, Miss Sapphire, if I plug into somebody's internet, and every time I plug in, I get all this pop-ups and I get all this, my stuff freezes up every single time, and my device just freezes and stop moving. Sometimes I might question, you know what, let me unplug, let me plug it in again. When I plug it in again and I get the same result, I must realize the connection, that's not the type of connection. This connection to my device ain't working, so let me just unplug it. See, many of us don't want to unplug because we have feelings, we have emotions, we have our own desires, we have our own stuff, we have our own life going on, and we don't want to unplug because we wasted too much time. But no, you ain't waste too much time. If you don't unplug, that thing will break your device. If you don't unplug from that source, it will damage you. It will destroy you. It will mess you up because the connection is not conducive to your growth. See, when the connection that you have with somebody is not conducive to your growth, it damages you. Many of us are too damaged. We have been damaged for so long that we don't even realize that the connection that we have is a very strong connection. It's just not strong in the way that you would like. It's strong in a way that is destroying you. It's making you think about who you are. It's making you think about your value. It's making you question your own motive. It's making you question your sanity. It's making you question your physical appearance. It's making you question how I feel. It's making you question. There's a very strong connection. So what you are experiencing is a very strong connection, but on the other side of the spectrum. They just don't want you like that. Just because you feel connected to someone doesn't mean that they are connected to you. We connect based on our emotions and what we think and what we desire. Sometimes people don't want what you want, but they'll take it if you give it. Right? So I feel like something is not right. There's no connection. The feeling that gives me butterfly, nothing. I try to connect with him, but he brushes me off. Even when having intercourse, there's no foreplay. He just goes straight to the point. Now, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people do that. They go straight to the point. They go straight to the point. They go straight to the target. Sometimes that's a lot of, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's just they don't care about what you want. So when somebody don't care about your feelings, you know, I think one thing that we don't realize is the connection that we give, the connection that we are, the connection that we have. There's always a strong connection, man. And we have to understand, and we have to just accept the connection that we have. Sometimes people don't get the same connection that you get from them. You know, connection is a very dangerous thing. But let me remind you. Let me remind you. Let me remind you. So what is it that keeps the person continuing to try to connect? Because that's what they desire. You know, sometimes we want somebody or want something so much. We want something so much. We want somebody so much that we keep trying and trying and trying because our ego can't let it be. Because we have this, I want this person. I want this person. You know, like for instance, we want a BMW, but our paycheck say a Ford Pinto. You know, sometimes we want a BMW or a paycheck say Ford Pinto. So we're ready to go in poverty to be, you know, to afford this Ford Pinto when our paycheck can't afford it, when our salaries can't afford it. A lot of times when it comes to human connections, we are going in debt. We are literally going in debt to our emotions. We are going in debt to our feelings. We are going in debt to these things just to have the person that we want. But every time we connect, you see, when we have that car that we can't afford, it drains you, don't it? It makes you listen. Sometimes you look at the car, it looks nice, but it reminds you of how poor you are. You can't afford gas, but people compliment you on the car. Oh, your car look nice, but it's draining your pocket. You keep taking it to the shop, and you can't afford to fix it. You can't afford the so sometimes you don't even use it no more. But it looks nice. These relationships that we have is the same thing. A lot of these relationships that we have, we can't use it to grow us. We can't use it to help us grow. We can't use it to make us happy, but we have it. And people say, oh, you're a power couple. Oh, you all look so good together. Oh my God, he's so cute. She's so pretty. Oh my God. And then you hold on to it because it makes people think that you're something special. All this time is draining you. The ego holds on to those things on the outside to bring this stimulation to us. Sometimes when you see that sometimes when you see the way how you connect to someone, you just have to let it be. And you will always see the connection. This message is very powerful, man. I need your advice. I've been dating this guy for months now. I'm in love with him. Though I feel like something is not right. I'm telling you, man, when you feel like something ain't right, a lot of times it ain't right. And you don't need proof. See, the thing is, a lot of times you want proof. And the proof that you are getting is not enough. You want a different, specific type of proof. You want somebody to say, I don't want you. Because that's the proof that we want, right? We want that I don't want you. I'm telling you right now, stop calling me, stop texting me. I don't want you. We want somebody to say, you are not for me. We want to hear it because we are blind to their actions and their behaviors. A person who wants you will always have a welcoming spirit. They will have a welcoming spirit towards you. The energy will be so calm and cool, right? The energy will be so calm and cool that you will feel welcoming. A matter of fact, a lot of times you won't be confused. It says, it's so embarrassing after we sleep together that I get to feel like I slept with a stranger because that person is not there. When you feel like you slept with a stranger, see, one thing about people or connection, you realize that after the connection, after you unplug, or after the connection, or after you leave, you're drained. See, when it's a connection that it doesn't, when it's a connection that destroys you, you realize after you connect to something and you are drained. If I connect to a plug and it drains my battery, guess what it means? It means it doesn't give me anything. It takes away from me. It destroys, it breaks my device. Understand? If you plug into something, listen, I'm telling you, if you plug in, let's use logic. If you plug into something and it drains your battery, that connection is broken. That connection is a very strong, destructive connection that you need to stop plugging into. But sometimes your feelings are so damn strong, right? We have all these feelings, and we have all these emotions, and we have all this resistance. And it's not that you like or love, it's that you resist. It's not about you loving that person, because I don't care how much you love somebody. If they keep draining you, if they keep disrespecting you, if they make you feel confused, you will actually have common sense to say, hey, you know what? Let me create my space. But when you resist the idea that they don't want you, when you resist the truth, when you resist that they are not interested, when you resist that I've given you so much time, when you resist, I can't accept it. So let me try again. 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 Maybe this time. Maybe try again. Maybe this time. Maybe try again. Maybe this time. And we have this idea that is one thing about connections, man. We are all connected to people. You don't have to try to make a connection because it's already there. You don't have to try to make. One thing about connection, you don't have to try. It comes naturally because you are already connected. One thing about connection, you don't have to try to connect. A lot of people can't hear you and they can't feel your energy. They can't understand what you want because in the connection, it's too much noise. It's too much other connection in the connection. It's too much people connected. It is too much insecurities and pain and anger. So therefore, nothing is past but static. See, that tells you the type of connection that you are or that you have because it's non-existent. A lot of times when you connect to somebody, if you call in your granny on the phone, and when you call your granny, you can't hear what they are saying because you're hearing the noise. Shh. Granny, turn your TV off in the background. I can't hear you. Shh. What? Granny, turn your TV off. I can't hear you. Shh. What? Turn your TV off. I can't hear you. Shh. Listen, the phone is working perfectly fine. My phone is working, her phone is working. But there's so much connection in the damn conversation, or there's so much connection going on in the background that I can't hear her, she can't hear me. So therefore, why are we talking? Why are we talking? A lot of times there's so much static in the connection because number one, there's more people. There's more people. There's additional people. There's too many people connected to that same hotspot. They can't hear you because your energy is only a little bit in their connection. Your energy is only a little small amount in their connection. So there's too many people with that. It's too many people attached to the connection. See, if there's too many phones attached to one connection, it's slower. It's slower. You can't hear, they can't hear, the phone slows down, your phone freezes up completely. You can't download stuff, you can't upload stuff. Information is not transferred properly. Number two, when people have insecurities, anger, resentment, doubt, confusion, pain, bad intentions and bad and this, the static, when you connect to that person, you can't get nothing that sounds or feel good because there's nothing there to feel good about. There's nothing there that's good. There's nothing there that you want. There's nothing there that you actually desire. But you want the person. I love you. I love you. I love you. Even though the connection is telling you all the information. Listen, connection is like frequency. Frequency is traveled through connection, right? The connection is actually the flow of information from one object to the next, from one person to the next. That's what connection is. When we are connected, information is flowing from one person to the next. That's what connection is. Information is flowing from one device to the next, from one object to the next, or from one person to the next, or from one object to a person. It's a connection. When you are connected, information is passed through. The question is, are you questioning the information that you are getting? The information is very real. I don't really care about what you want. I don't care about your feelings. I don't really like you. I don't really try. I brush you off. I don't really talk respectful towards you. You can't connect to me. You can't hear me. You don't understand me. I don't understand you because there's too much stuff going on. When you understand that person is not ready for a relationship, you're not the only one. And that person don't want you. They don't want you. As soon as you understand that person don't want you, you set yourself free. Nobody should have to tell you twice, continuously, that they don't want you with their emotions, with their feelings. So nobody should be able to tell you on a regular basis the same thing. Nobody should be able to have to, words, right? We don't even realize that words, it's just words. The reason why we talk so much is because we don't understand energy. We teach our children, no, you go to him, go to her, go to him. Don't worry about the energy that you feel. See, the child is 2-3 months old. We tell the child, don't go to them. Go to them. The child is crying, pulling back because the child is sensing energy. The child has a connection with all things. So the child is telling you, there's something there. Thank you, Nanny. Thank you so much. The child is telling you there's something there that I'm experiencing. I don't want to go. You telling them, believe my words, go to them. So now we grow up believing words. So now we don't know how to communicate. Communication is not through words. Everybody, he just don't communicate. I want somebody to communicate. I want somebody to communicate. He don't communicate. She don't communicate. Everybody communicates. Cut that crap out. Everybody, every one of us communicate. Every living creature communicates. Every living thing communicate. If you're not paying attention, you're going to miss it. But you expect people to communicate the way how you do. You want people to communicate. We want people to communicate just the way how we are. And we don't communicate the same. Based on how you were raised, based on how you were respected, based on how you were loved, based on what you saw, based on what you think, based on what you feel. Communication is different for everybody. I want you to understand. Don't keep allowing the people to tell you the same thing over and over and over and over again, and you still want to hear what they got to say. When somebody loves you, the way they treat you, it's with respect, with honor. When somebody don't love you, They don't even realize you. They don't recognize you. They don't honor you. They don't respect you. The way they speak to you is not in love, and you can feel the difference. A lot of times you can feel the difference. Even if you grew up with anger and in a resentful household, you can feel the difference. There's a shift of energy. When somebody loves you, you start to love yourself even more. You start to, have more grace on yourself. You start to forgive yourself because they're seeing something that you're not. So that means you start to see it too. And when somebody don't love you, your vibration drops. You don't recognize you anymore. You don't like you anymore. You feel heavy. Your spirit is heavy. Every time you come around them, you feel anxious. You feel afraid. You have to let those people go with those connections. A lot of us are so connected to that energy that we think something is wrong with us. Sometimes you connect to somebody and you begin to think something is wrong with you, not realizing that your device is failing. Your body is failing because the connection has been for too long. We are being and stayed connected for too long. A lot of times you begin to think something is wrong with you, so you begin to just stay plugged in. Well, I'm messed up anyways. Nobody gonna want me. I'm messed up anyways. Nobody gonna love me. I'm messed up anyways. This ain't gonna work. I'm messed up anyways. I might as well stay. I'm messed up anyways. I'm broken. Then we start saying I'm broken, not realizing that it's your connection to certain places. Because when you change your environment, I guarantee you, it's a whole different experience. Sometimes all you got to do is change your environment. Sometimes all you have to do is change your environment, and then you might realize, ain't shit wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. The comments are working. I just wanted to speak for a while. Everyone communicates verbally and non-verbally. Facts, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Hey, or hey, Miranda. My bad. I was in a zone. Sometimes I get to the zone. You know what I mean? That's very true. I just went through this and I blocked him. Listen to my intuition. I took his actions and not his words. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Hey, love. Was it Jonique? Hey, Belinda. Hey, Aura. Hey, Nani. Seriously, like we have to understand, man. We have to understand. We have to look at connection. Connections are real. You see what I'm saying? Connections are real. And everything that you need to know will be on the connection. Hey, Smith, Chris, yes, it's working. Connections are real. Everything that you need to know will be in the connection. We just don't want to accept it. A lot of times we know when people don't want us, but we just don't want to accept it. Hey, from Dubai, how are we doing? Hey, Raquel. We know when somebody don't want us because we feel it, but it's because we have these desires, man. We have these high desires. We want these desires, but all connection, whether it's a broken connection, a good connection. Hey, Miss Di Baby. You know what I'm saying? All connections are real, but you have to see what connections you have. And sometimes you just can't change your connection. Change the environment. Change your reality. Because I'm telling you, until you change... Listen, I made a video, and I think this was me and Miranda speaking the other day, that she made me see a different point of view. Miranda said if you got broken in a relationship, then you're going to have to get truly fixed. You're going to have to get back into a relationship and see where you're at. Because you can't tell when you are single that, how messed up you are. And sometimes, unfortunately, we're going to have to choose people in our lives who are not as healed as you would like. Because we have this idea that everybody got to come to us. Hey, Stacey. Gotta be healed, and it's not the case, because understanding people gonna come to us with certain things that they wasn't given in the last relationships. And I think a lot of us think that, well, my man gotta be healed, my woman gotta be healed. Listen, healing is relative. Sometimes fear of connection can be 3 press at disinterest, or rejection can be 3 press. What does that mean, Miranda? I'm telling you. Many of us, we got to understand. So when people come to us, express. Got you. Express. When people come to you, right? When people come to you, sometimes they're not going to be as perfect as you think. So do we gotta choose what flaws we can accept from someone? Listen, sometimes we have to. Listen, sometimes it's not flaws, you know. It's just the environment that they are used to being in. That's how they were reacting. You know the reason why people react the same way, a certain way, is because the environment that they just came from. But sometimes this is why we have to be patient with people. We have to be patient with the ones we love, even when they were kids, because sometimes the environment in school is different from the one at home, and sometimes you bring that to the home, and you gotta be patient. And after a while, you create a space with your energy that makes people feel okay. Hey, listen, you don't have to bring that here. Hey, you don't have to bring that here. Hey, you don't have, listen, you can relax here. You can trust me. But your words is not enough. Your energy gotta speak for yourself. Listen, you're not, I told you the story about me and my spouse. You're not gonna bring, everybody's not gonna come to you as the social media tells you. Everybody's not gonna come to you as social media tells you. If it doesn't work for you and make you anxious, then it's not for you. Right? Everybody's not gonna come for you the way how social media tells you that people are going to be healed and I should be healed. And this, the truth is, what is heal? Heal is just different perspectives. Heal is just the ability to shift perspectives. Because a lot of us, ain't shit wrong with you. I promise you, if I want you, I'll adjust. If I want you, I'll adjust. And if I can't adjust, I'll learn to adjust. Just like a job. If I want a job, I'll adjust to being on time. I'll adjust to the time I wake up. I'll adjust to how I behave. I'll adjust to the way how I talk to my boss. I'll adjust to the way I talk to my coworkers. Because our priorities are off. It's not that we are not healed. It's just that for the people that we want, we act different towards. Thank you so much, Linda. Oh, Glenda. For the folks that we want, we act different towards. Listen, some of us have some jobs that we can't come late, we can't show up like this, we can't wear this clothes, we can't fix our hair like this. But yet when you get into a relationship, we don't care. You should take me for who I am. Your job that you work at for 20 years don't take you for who you are. Why should I? Be better. Be better. We have all these ideas that you should, no. Be better. People bringing their attitudes, I have an attitude, but no, change it. You're a grown woman, you're a grown man, fix it. What you mean I should love you for who? Fix your attitude. Your attitude is not a flaw. Your attitude is not a flaw, it's a choice. Your attitude is a choice. Well, I'm just a man. Be a grown man then. Most men that are not disciplined can sleep with you every night, or any woman have to, no feelings, no emotional, not attached. They just have to release the stress. That is true. Most men that are not disciplined. But this is why we have to be aware of who we are. We have to be aware of who we are. Jobs don't give you another chance. They replace you. Sometimes we have to see what we are doing. We have to see why why people do what they do. Sometimes, yes, they're shitty people. No, like somebody said, check this, I'm 50 of being around. If you feel, Mr. My Aries energy is solid. I have connected to a woman that I don't have access to. That's sad circumstances. We fight to stay apart. If it has, most difficult thing I've ever had to do at this age. Yeah! I'm telling you, man. Hey, Liz. Wake up, I'm telling you, wake up and grow up. But it's just, sometimes, listen, man, I'm telling y'all, man, when you see somebody don't appreciate you or don't like you, stop doing. That means stop doing. It don't mean to try harder. That's rule number one. It doesn't mean to try harder. It means stop. Remove yourself. It's not working. It's not going to work. The connection is just the connection. I'm fixing it, coach. I'm putting on my big girl panties and fixing it forever. I'm telling you, man. We be. Yeah, my attitude would take me or leave me. I'll leave you. Because you're not strong enough. Strong enough for what? I'm not. It's not a. Listen, you know how many toxic stuff that we see on social media that we say is true? I saw one that says, you know what? Women that are difficult are the best one. Then if you don't want a difficult woman, then get a basic B. What? So I say, well, men who are the best ones don't have a job. And if you don't want to deal with it, get one of those weak ass dudes who works. You see how we can make excuses for our insecurities and our pain? You see how we can make excuses for nonsense that we carry, that we refuse to fix? You see how we can carry these stupid opinions and we make sense? Right? All right. You see how we can do this? You see how we do this on a regular basis and we don't even realize what we are doing? Women who are difficult, the most difficult women are the best. I don't, well, then you stay difficult. You stay over there. Go to somebody else who want the best. I don't want the best. We're not there. Listen, I'm not coming home from work. I'm not dealing with my children coming home from work to deal with somebody difficult. Listen, it is not true. Fix your stuff. Fix your stuff. Grow up. A man gotta deal with my attitude and my mouth. Because if not, you're right. If not, go to the side. Because you're a grown person. Control your mouth. Control your mouth. Control your energy. Control your energy. This is your choice. It's not a flaw. It's a choice. See, many of us, I'm not perfect. You ain't nothing wrong with you. You are choosing to do the same crap that ain't working. You are choosing the same crap that ain't working. Miranda is both grown boys and grown girls. Funny how people wrap foolishness into, I'm telling you, into catchphrases. If you can't deal with a woman like me or a man like me who's hard to deal with, then go get a basic B, a basic Negro. I can get a basic one. I love, listen, I love a basic one. Thank you so much. Because I ain't dealing with no attitude. We grown. If you can't handle me, handle what, ma'am? Handle what? You're not a child. You're not a dog. You're not a pet. Handle you for what? What are you, a snake? I'm not a snake handler. I don't handle elephants. You are a human. You are an adult human. I shouldn't have to handle you. Handle yourself. We're proud and toxic. We really believe that we should be able, that people should be able to deal with us. If you love me, you hear how we say, you know how narcissistic this is? Do you know how, you see, we talk about narcissists, right? Hey, Sako, we always talk about everybody's a narcissist, but we say things like, if you love me, ain't that what the toxic parents tell you? If you love me, you will. Now, we repeat in the same crap. If you love me, you will deal with my attitude. No. If you love yourself, you will lose it. Stacy, for real. Some more indeed snake. Miranda, if you love me, you will. That's not true. Don't fall for that nonsense. If you love me, listen, I heard this man say, if you love me, you'll understand why I cheat. And you'll stay until I'm done. Oh, God. Dang. What? Nani, you fixing it? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He said, if you love me, then you understand that I had no father. You understand that I had no father figure, and you know it's not my fault. So, if you love me, you'll wait until I have the... Women say, if you love me, you will deal with this attitude. No, ma'am. I don't think I love you that much. What's up, T.D. Thomas? I don't think I love you that much. I love me. Meredith. It's crazy how we are. We operate in this toxic social media. And I'm telling you, it's grown people saying these things. And now our kids are growing up hearing this nonsense and saying, you're right. I should be difficult. And if you love me, you'll stay. Man, please. If you love me, you would have. Well, that's loved, right? But if you love me. Well, yes. But I'm talking about the toxic parts. If you love me, you'll put up with my toxicity. If you love me, you'll let me do what I want to do to you. If you love me, you can let me cross your boundaries. If you love me, you can let me violate your body. If you love me, so that's not really love. It's delusions. Actually being told this before, had to feeling like shit because I didn't prove my loyalty. I'm telling you. And sometimes that stuff is not even loyalty. It's stupidity. When your loyalty make you feel stupid, it's not loyalty anymore. What about when you tell a man they are doing you wrong, but they flip it on you like you did something wrong? That's just deflection. It's just a way of, hey, listen, I was the biggest deflector at one point. Miranda, I remember one day I came home and my lady said something. I guess she thought she caught me doing something that I shouldn't have been doing. Listen, this is real. She caught me doing something that I shouldn't have been doing. And I had no explanation. I had no explanation. I didn't know what to say. And I said, you know what? Your macaroni and cheese, I can't stand it. It's not enough cheese on it. You can't even cook. And every time you cook, it pissed me off. And she's like, what? I say, exactly. And I walked out and slammed the door. I was like, damn, that worked. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. And the next time she brings something up, I brought something up too. I brought something up. Because it's a way that it's a thing that we do to not deal with the problems. Because it's not a really relationship. See, relationship is two people looking at life the best way that they can together. That's really what it is. It's two people finding a way to looking at life and progress and growth the best way together. When you can't, if you're gonna tell somebody all the time and they don't take when somebody lack the ability to take accountability, that's not a grown person. Trying to be the best version of yourself. Facts, Sylvia. Thank you, Lily. Rose, thank you. You say, Don said, girlfriend with male friends? What does that mean? What are you asking me? Good morning, Empress. Hey, Morocco, how are you doing? Hey, you are ready for the book club in 1 hour? The book club meeting? You are ready for it? People that use "if you love me" in a negative context, they have a belief of if you suffer for me, then I actually agree. Then I feel loved. Listen, man. Listen. I want you all to know that connections are real. You will know. Do you know how you feel when the person that you are with, when you know how you feel when the person that you are with, you know how you know that when they are cheating on you? It's because the connection changes. It shifts. When something is added to their frequency, when something is added to their hotspot, you feel the shift in your energy. You feel the slow energy. You feel how you start to download different things. The uploads change. The pop-ups change. Everything changed. Hey, Aqua, how are you doing, Aquafina? You feel like everything is, when people add people to their energy, you feel the shift. And another time, that's all you know. But many of you, you want evidence. Listen, let me tell you right. You're not a police officer. You are not an investigator. A lot of you want waiting for evidence that you will never find, but you're still miserable in the situation. If I'm miserable, listen, I don't care if I don't have evidence. I don't care what evidence I have. The thing is, what I care about is this disconnection, this terrible feeling that I have, this confusion, this separation, and that's enough. That's my evidence. Hey, Diani, that's my evidence. Some of you are looking for evidence. I hear people always say, what's done in the dark will always come to light. It's not true. It will always come to light. And if it do, sometimes it's not now. Sometimes it takes a while. What about men that just talk down to you and make you feel bad? That's not... See, a lot of time, Vivi, it seems like those people that you are talking about, it's not really people who like you. Sometimes you have to ask the question, do you really like me? Because if you like me, I don't think people do this. I had to talk to my 5-year-old daughter, the other 6-year-old daughter, about a boy liking her. That boy, he don't like you. He doesn't. Naturally, even when you're a kid, when a boy or a girl like you, man, when somebody likes you, they might, play with you and they might, but it's a different type of energy. I know you like me. That's why you tease me. Because the way you tease me is different. I believe it does by the shift you mentioned. You believe, yeah, I'm telling you that shift happens when somebody else is added to that equation. Your energy shifts. You can feel it. But the thing is, you have to trust. You have to trust it. Many of you don't trust the shift. Many of you have so much crap going on inside of you, and that you can't feel the shift because the shift might be your own shift. The shift might be your own insecurity. It might be your own anger, your own resistance, your own issues that you haven't healed yet. So that's why many of us can't tell the difference. But it's always a shift. If you put any ingredient in any soup, you can tell when. Listen, if you put a little bit of seasoning in a soup, and you already know what the soup tastes like before you added it, you can tell the difference in the soup by just adding that one seasoning. You could have 20 seasoning in that soup already. If you add another one, if you already know what the soup tastes like, if you add another one, you can tell the difference. Just like our connection, I can tell the difference if somebody else is in it. I don't have to have proof. Some of us, you're looking for proof for years. But why are you looking for proof? Hey, Jacinda, why are you looking for proof? You're not happy. You're not peaceful. You're anxious. You're scared. You feel this, but you still choose to stay because you can't find evidence. You can't even relax. Your body is always stiff around them because it holds on to the energy. It recognizes everything. It's conscious. Your body is very conscious. You know what I mean? Your body is very conscious. It picks up every vibration. This is why you have to trust your body. It's very conscious. Your body can tell when your partner being with someone else. Listen, I know you all know what I'm talking about. Listen. Let's go adult. Let's be adults in here. Let's be adults. God always told you, right? Let's be adults in here. Sometimes your partner was doing something. And as soon as you go around them, you just can't perform. You just have to, I don't know. Sometimes your body just don't be bodying. Sometimes your sexual energy just don't, something is off. Sometimes the body senses its own energy and it doesn't react. Sometimes you can't get ready. Sometimes as a woman, you can't get your juices flowing. Something is off. And then you begin to feel bad or feel guilty because you think something is wrong with you. Sometimes ain't nothing wrong with you. It's just the body is very aware. It senses everything else. It senses other energies. That's what it does. Sometimes as a man, I go around you and you being with somebody else, and your stuff just, it ain't working. Not today. And you don't understand what happened. It just not today. It is not reacting. It is actually acting funny. And you don't understand what's going on. You're like, oh my God, I don't know what's wrong. It's because it sends something. Listen to what it's telling you. Listen to what it's telling you. The body is aware. The body is conscious. The body is completely alive. You have to trust what you're experiencing. Because many times it's real. You will always know when somebody else is mixed up in that energy, in that connection. You will always know. It feels off. It looks off. Every hair on your body just carry this. It's just something is not. Where you been today? What are you talking about? And they try to make you look like you're the one crazy. I purposely shut down. Yeah. I always felt it in my body, but I choose to ignore my sense. And that's real too, Liz. That's real too. She said, I always felt it in my body, but I choose to ignore my sense. And that's what we do. Did I explain it right, Tiger? That's what we do. Listen, a lot of us, we know the truth. We just don't want to accept it, because when we accept the truth, things must follow through. See, when we accept the truth, a lot of things is going to happen. See, when we are conscious, right? When we accept the truth, a lot of things follows the truth. We don't want that. So we hold on to the lie, even though the lie is whooping your ass. The only way to be aware of this sensation is there had to be a genuine love towards the other person. If there's no genuine love, then they won't notice if their partner had cheated. Has to be a genuine connection too. It has to be an aware connection, because you don't only know when you are aware. So does everybody want someone who doesn't want them? No, not everybody. I don't want nobody who don't want me. Actually, see, okay, it's not that people want people who don't want them. It's the ego wants to be challenged. A lot of times we look for our worth and our value. And a lot of people who are looking for our worth, or your value or your worth, a lot of times you can only recognize your value based on who wants you and who doesn't want you. A lot of us could only recognize our own true worth in men or women based on if you want me and I want you. If I don't want you, I'm gonna try to have you. I'm trying to, because if you don't want me, that means I'm not, I mean, so let me try to get the one who is above our reach, so I can always feel stimulated. Listen, the truth is, many of us, you don't want me, I don't want you. And you not wanting me has nothing to do with my value or my worth. I mean, you not wanting me is your business. You're not wanting me. See, we have to come to an idea. We have to come to a reality that if you don't want me, it doesn't mean anything really. It means I'm just not your cup of tea sometimes. It means sometimes I'm just not for you. What's up, Kim Kubaba? Sometimes it just means that, hey, it's just what it is. It's not saying, oh, I feel bad. What can I do to improve? I don't really care. As a matter of fact, it makes your choosing easier. It makes the person who wants you, makes it easier to find you. Because a lot of us, we don't see our value or our worth within ourselves. So when somebody don't want us, we feel like we have to challenge. Oh, I want a challenge. Oh, there has to be a challenge. Oh, this is a challenge. I don't want a challenge. Life is already challenging enough. Keeping certain money in your bank account, not paying on, not going to Amazon is a challenge sometimes. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, not going to Amazon on payday is a challenge. I don't want an additional challenge of me having someone, because it doesn't show me my worth if you want me or not. As a matter of fact, if one person wants me, it doesn't change my worth. It doesn't. And you have to understand that. That is true too, Tiger. So it's okay. A lot of us gauge who we are on who wants us or who don't want us. Many of us are completely fine with just one person wanting us. See, but many times, man, we have to understand. We have to be secure with ourselves. You have to be secure with yourself. And if you are not secure with yourself, you will always chase what don't want you. You will always chase what don't come easy. That's right, Slim Thick. I'm not for everyone. None of us is. Hey, Suzette. Some guys just sleep with women that are challenged to conquer them and leave. So is that why some guys just sleep with women that are a challenge to conquer them and leave? Some guys sleep with women just for that reason, because let me show you something. It's a lot more than we think. This is the reason. A lot of us, men and women, hold on, give me a second. Sometimes, boy, it's hard to do. Give me a second. Let me, give me a minute. Let me set up my stuff. See this right here? I can't even. See this right here? You see this right here? A lot of us are right here. You see that human being has going up? A lot of us are right here. A lot of us are still in this place. You're looking for emotions? Oh man, y'all, this is not working, huh? Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. So, you see this right here, man? A lot of us are here. A lot of men and women. Actually, it's both genders. A lot of both men and women operate in these lower chakras. Some people are still in the survival mode. Some people, I was telling somebody yesterday, if a man don't have his finances in order, he's not grounded, he's not secure in who he is. A lot of times, this chakra, that's over his sexual experiences, these two, sexual nature, that will be his next thing to conquer. Finances, money is off, where he lives in off, he loses control, so sex becomes the next one. He uses this, his emotional attachment, his ability to stick and go. His ability to stick and go. This. A lot of people, not just men, I just need you all to understand. I need you all to understand it's not just men. Please don't think it's just men. A lot of men and women are right here. They're right here. Because up here, in this one, many women hearts are closed. Men too. They are afraid to love because they were hurt. So they have all this resentment, all this anger, all this distrust. They don't trust nobody. So this is blocked. If this is blocked, if you're being hurt, if you're being left, if you're being ghosted, a lot of you, if your father never took care of you, a lot of times you shut this down because you think that you're going to protect yourself. So to protect yourself, you close this. You have all the walls around this. When you close this, what happens is energy is not flowing to this, so it comes back down here. It's recycled down here. It's recycled. Hey, Shanika. So energy is going right here. Understand, man. A lot of us are right here. And down here is survival. Sex become a survival ritual for people who are not healed in this area. It becomes a survival ritual. It becomes how you conquer. It becomes how you control. You can't control your life, your finances, where you live, what you eat. You can't control your happiness. You can't control, you don't have control of your family, of your relationship. So this right here, let me conquer the world. I can't conquer it financially and, in a spiritual mindset, but let me conquer right here. So a lot of times we have to understand it's not just a man thing. Man is not the reason. It's women and men are stuck here because up here is closed. Our stuff is closed, man. Our hearts are closed. Our hearts are broken. We are trying so hard to protect our heart that we close it. Because many of us think that we can protect our heart by closing it. And it makes you more sick. Many of us are trying to protect our hearts by closing it. And that's not how it works. When you open up your heart, man, that energy begins to flow up. So you won't be stagnant down here anymore. You won't always feel all those tension, the desire to conquer somebody, the desire to sleep with somebody, to try to connect using it. Because a lot of us are trying to use this to connect with people. Sex is a big use for connection. And so we have to understand, man. It's time for healing. It's time to heal our sons. It's time to heal our lives. It's time to gain clarity. A lot of us carry so much guilt and insecurity, so much pain, so much suffering. A lot of us carrying those things and we're not healing ourselves. So until we begin to heal ourselves and then understand and listen, I know you said, a lot of women approach me, they think that sex will get to a place in my mind, but it doesn't really work that way for me anymore. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. 10 years ago, I probably, what you want to do? All right, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? What? You want to do that? Yeah, I do it. But now at a part of this journey is not really something because I don't want to, that's not how I lead. That's not what I desire anymore, because that's right there. Because if that's what you lead with, that's going to be a connection that's really, if it's not control. Because if you're not operating from your heart, in your third eye, in your third chakra, sex will only brings damage to many people. Because there's no balance. It's off balance. So if you want to use in this, because the energy is stuck down there and it's not flowing up, sex becomes the way of control. Because there's nothing else that you can do with it. So it becomes a control factor. So a lot of times, if you can't control your life, your finances, the way you feel, your emotions, sex will be the next thing. It really will. Oh, Miranda, that would be great. That would be great. I don't have that book. That would be great. You should read the last 2 pages I text you about the heart code, about how the man shields and deflects the woman's energy. How do we forgive ourselves for things we regret doing? Stop regretting. Hey, Marsha, how you doing? Seriously, how do you regret the things? I mean, how do you forgive yourself? Why do we need to forgive ourselves? You did nothing wrong. You were just living. This life is about growth. You see what I'm saying? This life is about growth. If you think that you have to forgive yourself to move on, then you don't realize the whole point of growth and life. Life, don't expect to understand this journey because you're 40, 50 years old. Don't expect to be farther than where you think you are. I think a lot of us, you're trying to flatter yourselves. I should do this. I should know better. Don't flatter yourself because you don't. I'm glad, Marsha. I'm glad. Always good to see you. Always good to see you. Listen, I'm telling you, you don't have to forgive yourself. Don't take it personal. You did it. It's how you learn. You know, sometimes how you learn is how you learn. And you know, I don't understand. You know, when you take this thing too personal, you think that you're going to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for what? The baby don't forgive himself for falling. The ants don't forgive themselves. The lion don't forgive themselves. The zebras don't. You only think that you have to forgive yourself because you think that you did something wrong. You only think, see, that your thoughts are whooping your butt. You think you did something wrong, so you think, I have to forgive myself. Forgive yourself for what? It's called growth. It's called, now I know better, I do better. And if I didn't do better, I punish myself anyways. So forgive myself for punishing myself, you're already being punished. Because the way how you are punishing yourself, you're staying down. Many of us are waiting to forgive ourselves still. And as you wait to forgive yourself, you are putting yourself in a prison. And as you put yourself in the prison, you're the one that suffers. You're the one that removes all pleasures from you. You are the one that removes all your peace. You are the one that removes all your happiness. You remove them things because you feel undeserving of it because you think something is wrong with you. Listen, I remember when Adam and Eve, the story about Adam and Eve in that beautiful garden. And God gave the rule, thou shalt not do this. Don't eat of this one tree. What's up, Anthony? He said, don't, listen, I ain't giving you anything. I ain't giving you information. Don't eat. I'm not going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you, don't eat. You could eat this plum, this chicken. Well, not chicken, but let's just say for simple talk. You could eat this mango. You could eat that cantaloupe. You could eat that watermelon. You could eat the onions. You could eat those figs and the bananas. But that one tree right there, leave it alone. That tree of knowledge, leave it alone. That tree of knowledge, let it be. The tree of knowledge, because you don't know how to handle the knowledge yet. See, you don't understand knowledge. We have grown up and we still don't get knowledge. See, the tree was the tree of knowledge. I think we forget that part. The tree was the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Listen, we don't understand what that really means. The tree of knowledge of good, that means you will understand or you will get the knowledge of good and what's evil. What is good and what is bad. Once you have that knowledge, be careful about what you do with it, because when you have that knowledge, it brings judgment. Understand this. When you have the knowledge of good and evil, here comes your judgment. Trying to judge everything based on what you just learned. Bad and good. This is bad. When you judge yourself based on what the knowledge that you just received, you know what you do? You use the knowledge to separate yourself. So when God came and said, Adam, where are you? Adam hid. He separated himself based on what he thought he knew. His knowledge. See, the thing that he was told, he began to use that to judge himself. So now, when I do something, see, I was doing the same thing all these years, but I never judged myself until I knew, until I heard, until someone told me it was wrong. Now, somebody told you, oh, you got a big nose. Somebody told you that you was a big, see, all your life you had a big nose and you didn't care. But you went to school and somebody told you, oh, you have a big ass nose. So you begin to hide it. Oh, you get a big nose. So you begin to judge the idea. What do I think it means? Oh, it's ugly. It should be ugly. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. So I begin to feel insecure about my nose that I always had, that as a baby, I didn't care. See, in the Garden of Eden, I didn't care what it was. But when I got the knowledge that it was bad, I began to hide it. I began to feel insecure. Many of you, you don't understand the proper use of knowledge. That's a whole different class right there. Because many of us ain't ready for this type of class. Many of us ain't ready for this type of information because you're gonna judge yourself with it again. You're gonna still think, oh, I should have known this. I wish I known this. That you're gonna punish yourself even more. We are so addicted to the pain that even if I tell you the truth, you still won't do it. We gotta be careful with knowledge because a lot of us have all this knowledge, and what it's doing to you, it's making you feel insecure. It's making you feel you're not worthy. It's making you feel sad. I know this. Now I gotta judge myself. Now I judge him, I judge her. So now we're using knowledge of the Bible, the knowledge of this, the knowledge of that, and we're using it to just criticize and critique. We can't even see clearly because we're only using judgment. Listen, knowledge of what you think you are, who you think you are, what you do. So the question was, how do I forgive myself? Why do you have to forgive yourself? Who do you think expected better? Who do you think expect better? Do you expect your child to just walk on the first time he tried to walk? No. Do you expect him to walk? See, you could expect all you want, but truth is truth. Facts, Marsha. Some of them is not even true. Actually, most of them is not true. You can't expect, listen, you can expect a child to walk at age 1. That child is going to walk when he's ready to walk. Ain't nothing that you can do about it. So I know we think that I should, I'm 40 years old, I should this, I should. You don't. When it's your time, you'll get it. There's no need to forgive yourself. You have to learn from every experience. That's the key. Learning from every experience. Learning from every experience is the key. Many of you just can't learn from the experience. You refuse to learn. You reject the knowledge. But knowledge is not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just information. It's just information. It's just information. But how you apply the information could be detrimental to your health, to your body. Sometimes we have, walk first time, I'm kidding. Sometimes we have information about certain foods, right? And you've been eating this food for a while. Now you have somebody told you some crap about the food. Now every time you eat the food, you're anxious. Every time you eat the food, the thoughts mess with your mind. So now you feel guilty, you feel this. And you don't even realize that your mind is so strong that you are creating a resistance from this food. And when you create a resistance, the cells is already like, hey, well, this food should make me sick. I guess since I'm resisting it, this food gonna make me sick. It's gonna make me sick. So it creates sickness in our bodies because what you are using the knowledge for is to judge and criticize your own cells. We don't even know. Listen, we don't even realize what we are doing. Listen, this goes deep. This runs deep in our DNA. If you have information, sometimes you have the knowledge of your mom having breast cancer, and that knowledge will F your life up. Knowledge is not always a good thing. Everybody talking about seek knowledge. No, seek wisdom. It's different. Seek wisdom. My mom had breast cancer, my daddy, my grandmother. You have the knowledge, and now you believe that it's coming to you. And you don't even realize it's coming to you because you believed. It's not because it's supposed to come to you. It's because you are creating that idea, that realization. That experience is happening within you because you're expecting it. And as you expect something, you see it, you feel it, you resist it, you feel it, you think about it, it has to come. Be careful about the knowledge that you bring in because it could destroy you. When people tell me, Crook, do you know who you are? No, I don't know who I am. You don't know who you are? No. Do you know who you are? Yes, I do. Well, then you keep the knowledge to yourself. I don't want to know who you are. And I don't want to know who I am. Let me be surprised every day. Let me be surprised every day. Let my life, Crook, can I give you a reading? No, thanks. Why not? No, I don't want to know what's coming tomorrow. Let tomorrow come when it's ready. Let whatever comes tomorrow come tomorrow. Listen, listen, whatever comes tomorrow is tomorrow's business. It's between God, the universe, and my business. It's not my business right now. Today is yesterday. I don't care what's coming tomorrow. Tomorrow will come regardless. Tomorrow will come. Let me stay curious. Why do you want to tell me what's happening tomorrow? Why do you want to tell me what's going to happen? You know what somebody told me just recently? Seriously, out of nowhere. Somebody told me, straight up, inbox me, straight, I never talked to this person in my life. I don't know who this person is. I have no idea who this person is. Never even seen him comment or her. I don't know what it was. This person came in my inbox and told me, hey, listen, your daughter is going to be deceased. What? He said, your daughter is going to die. So, let me block you, delete this. See, why would you do that? Now, if I had a weak mind, that would blow my mind. Now I would think, I would try to protect her. I would try to keep her inside. I would try to do all these things because now that would grow in my mind. And when that begin to grow in my mind, I might be the one to do something stupid. I might walk across the street with her and let her pull her so much. And then she fell in the road and bam, something. If I believe that stuff, my mind will actually attract it. Listen, you have to be careful now. That knowledge is not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just information. That person straight up told me. I didn't ask for advice. I didn't ask for a reading. Hey, your daughter's going to die. What? But I'm not one to accept words from people. You tell me what you want to tell me. I take what I want from it. You give me a gift. I take what I want from it. You tell me good morning. I don't care what you meant. I take what I want from it. I know that you don't mean it. That's your business. Whether you mean it or not, that's your business. But I take what I want from it. Everybody be like, I know they're not authentic when they said it. I could care less. That's their business. That's the energy. But I take what I want. You got to be able to take what you want. Everything that's coming to you ain't for you. I'm serious, man. It's crazy. But listen, it's information. Information. That's true, Christ. After lie we give. I'm telling you, it's just. But listen, I have a book club in 30 minutes. Let me go prepare for this book club meeting for my beautiful members. I see you guys in 30 minutes actually. Yeah, I see you guys in 30 minutes. Let's talk about chapter 4. We're gonna talk about the law of least effort. If you're not part of this book club and you want to understand some deeper meaning of stuff, please join the book club. You probably won't be disappointed because I think the members are learning or getting a lot from it. Let me know if I'm wrong because I could be completely wrong. Maybe you're not getting something from it, but based on our conversations, I'm seeing that we're getting a lot. So right now we're reading the 7 spiritual laws of success. This is the book that we're reading, the 7 spiritual laws of success, and we are on chapter 4. We do one chapter every week. All right, and we have practices that we are doing. So this one is the law of least effort. You all like this meeting, right? Thank you, Stacy. Thank you so much. I hope you all enjoy this book session too, because this is some work we put it into this. This is some connections that we are forming, and this is some understanding and knowledge that we are receiving. But the knowledge that we are receiving is from different perspective. Right? So good. I'm glad that you all are here. So I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. I sent the link. The link is already on the members chat. Make sure you so you gotta become a member. Check on the link in this video. Click on the link in this video and then just join that way. Okay? Thank you, Aura. Thank you so much. Bye, Miranda. Listen, what you think of that? Oh, okay, Stacy, talk to Stacy. So listen, thank you for joining me. I will see you guys later. I will see you guys in 30 minutes. And I will post it. If for the guys who can't make it, I'll post it in the members chat. If you want to be a member, go to YouTube, click on my thingy, click on the link to become a member and sign up that way, all right? Thank you, Marsha. I'll see you guys later, all right? You all be blessed. You all be great. And if you can't be great, be good at whatever you're doing. Stop judging yourself. You are perfectly fine. You just need some time and some awakening. All right? Peace.